Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Betsy, and if you couldn't tell from the title, I'm a bit of a bibliophile. A little bit of a rundown. I got back into reading in 2022, and that year I read about 60 books. And for 2023, I wanted to read more in general, and I ended up reading about 100 books. I'll be creating a detailed video on how to get into reading or get back into reading, so if you'll be interested, don't forget to turn on your post notifications and let's get straight into the video. This year, my most read genres were thrillers, romance, psychological thrillers, and some paranormal novels. I also got into some Afro literature, and one of my reading goals this year is to read more books from African authors. Picking 5 books out of the number of books I read was hard, and I read some really good stuff this year, so ranking this was actually very difficult for me, but I tried my best, and this is what we have in the result. In 5th place and far from the bottom is Lavona by Otessa Moshfegh. I'm not sure if I got their name right, but Lavona. And I just got into this genre this year, and let me tell you that, don't judge me, it's very gut-wrenching, disturbing, but I'm telling you, I couldn't put the book down. It follows a land of people through seasons, and in each season they're experiencing something new, and the book has no main character if I remember correctly, but it's just like different people's POVs, and they all live in the kingdom place, and they're all related in ways that you wouldn't think are related, and when you find out how they're related, you're like, what the fuck? But it was a good read. In 4th place, we have the Legendborn series by Tracy Deonn. Let me tell you, this book had been sitting in my library since last year, and I decided to give it a go after a fantasy break, and my heart was literally stolen. Young adult college books aren't really my thing, but when I tell you that the plot building in this book goes crazy, the characters, the world building, and the MC, I got a little bit annoyed, I'm not gonna lie, but best believe I will be reading book 3. So we follow the MC on a quest to prove that she knows her mom's death wasn't like by natural causes, and we get introduced into a new world of characters and people, and it's just such a fun read, I couldn't lie. And book 2 was better than book 1, and that says a lot. I'm telling you, like, Tracy Deonn ate with this, and I cannot wait for book 3, literally. In 3rd place, and from one of my favorite authors, we have Daisy Darker. In true Alice Feeney fashion, I was blown away. It has a very standard whodunit trope, but let me tell you, I will eat it up every single time. The book seemed very generic for the most part, dysfunctional family trapped on an island, murder, but the ending had me shook and literally in tears, in a good way. And you know it's good when she takes a generic trope and she ends it with a bang. I'm telling you, this was such a good read, and I honestly loved it. In 2nd place, and this is very debatable, is Confessions by Kami Minato. So, first things first, I was hungry and I was served. This book exceeded my expectations. I have no idea why I have never heard of this book before, but honestly, it was so good. It follows a teacher whose child was murdered by 2 students in her class, and she's out to get revenge. Honestly, it's an award-winning book, and I cannot even describe how good it is. You just have to pick it up. I vouch for this book. And in 1st place, we have Grotesque by Natsuo Kirino. Honestly, this book felt so separate from all the other books I read because it was a book that actually spoke to me. It talks about beauty, its effects on society, on individuals, and I loved reading about it in this light or perspective. And it follows the POV of 2 sisters and a man, I think, but the POVs just give their perspectives on beauty, and like, it was just such a cute little read, and it got my head like thinking kind of book. Okay, you guys, honestly, I have so many books I could tell you guys about, but these are my top 5 for the last year. And if you can tell, I lean a lot more towards thriller and psychological thriller. So if you're interested in that, why don't you follow? The first half of this year is going to be a little bit busy for me, so I don't know if I'll be able to read as much as I did last year. But best believe once I have the chance, I will be getting right back into reading. Thank you so much for watching, and if you read any of the books, do let me know in the comments. Have a nice time reading, and I'll see you in my next video.